YouTube has launched the careers of some pretty interesting people, and one of the most popular YouTube stars has to be RiceGum. While you might be familiar with his name, you may not know too much about this Clout gang founding member. Have you ever wondered who RiceGum calls his girlfriend? Keep watching because we have all the details and so much more. If you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a comment down below for your chance to score a $50 Amazon gift card. Now listen up as we reveal 20 things you didn't know about RiceGum. The stats. True fans of RiceGum probably know all the mundane details of the YouTuber, like his birth date and where he was born. But if you are new to the world of RiceGum, then listen up because we are dropping the stats for you. RiceGum's real name is Bryan Lee. He was born on November 19th in 1996 in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you haven't already figured it out, his astrological sign is Scorpio. Though he doesn't really talk about his personal life, it is believed RiceGum may have a girlfriend. More about that later in the video. The YouTuber is a family man and lived with his parents in Nevada up until he moved in the Clout house in 2017. Family. As we said, RiceGum is big when it comes to family. The guy didn't even move out of his parents' house until he was 20. Though he used to post a video or two showcasing his family members, he chooses to leave them out of the spotlight these days. For those of you unfamiliar with RiceGum's parents, his father's name is Lut Kwong Lei and his mother is Kwong Lee Lei Lee. The YouTuber also has a couple of siblings. He once featured his little sister in a video, but internet trolls started leaving hateful comments, so he refuses to post about her anymore. RiceGum also has a baby brother, who he chooses not to feature on his channel as well. How he started. It's pretty much a gamble when you choose to become a YouTuber. You are either going to be a huge success or you'll live forever in the shadows. Luckily for RiceGum, his rise to stardom came rather easily. The YouTube rapper has come a long way from his humble gaming beginnings. He started his career in front of the camera in 2012 and slowly worked his way from being an online gamer to an internet roaster. His popular roasting videos are what made him the RiceGum we all know today. But they didn't come without a little controversy. Stay tuned to see what we mean. Afrogum. If you are a new fan of RiceGum, you may have never heard of Afrogum, a character that used to frequent his channel. That's because he hasn't been featured in the YouTuber's videos in a while. Afrogum is a fake persona developed and played by RiceGum. He is meant to be the rapper's record producer and cameraman, but considering his lack of appearances in some of his most recent videos, we can only assume that RiceGum has outgrown his imaginary friend and traded him in for the Clout gang. That's too bad because we thought Afrogum was pretty hilarious. Insecurities. When someone has millions of devoted fans, it's hard to believe that they could possibly have any insecurities. Sadly, that's exactly what's going on with RiceGum. The popular YouTuber has talked about his insecurities in the past, and can you believe it? The guy thinks he is unattractive. We aren't sure where he got this notion, but we have to fully disagree. We think RiceGum is super cute. He has an incredible fashion sense of humor, and he seems really smart. Now, if only he could learn to be nicer to his fellow YouTubers, we think he'd be even more attractive. First video. If you wanted to get RiceGum's first video ever posted, you'd have to do some digging. The guy has hundreds of videos. But don't worry, we have done the digging to let you in on what RiceGum was up to before he was super famous. The YouTuber created his now widely popular account in September of 2012. A month later, he uploaded his first video. What do you think he was doing in the video? If you were paying attention, then it's probably no surprise that RiceGum's first upload to YouTube was of himself gaming. He was playing Modern Warfare 3, to be exact. College dropout. As we said earlier, it's always a gamble when you have your eyes set on fame, and one of the biggest gambles RiceGum made was dropping out of college. This didn't go over too well with his mother, who hoped her son would become a doctor. But in January 2016, the YouTuber made his decision official when he tweeted that he was dropping out of college on Twitter. It seemed to be short-lived because by November of the same year, the YouTuber posted a photo to Instagram claiming he was sick of being called a college dropout. It appeared he had second thoughts and was going back to school. It's still unclear if he stuck by his decision. He's tall. It's kind of hard to tell how tall someone is if you never really see them in real life. Though there are a few videos of RiceGum with other YouTubers, you can't be sure how tall he is. Because of that, websites have speculated the star is about 5'10", which doesn't sit well with the YouTuber. According to him, these sources are way off. Would you believe that RiceGum is actually pretty tall? He's 6'3", which came in handy when he was in high school. We will tell you why later in the video. We are just amazed that he would tower over us that much. His car. If there's one thing RiceGum likes to do, besides making diss tracks, it's spending his hard-earned money. It seems like he's purchasing something extravagant in every other video. One of his biggest purchases is his car. Without much driving experience, the YouTuber bought his Range Rover Evoque in April 2017. He had only been driving for 2 months and admitted that it was going to be his training wheels to learn how to drive. Once he gets the hang of things, he's going to purchase a luxury sports car. But if you ask us, we already think this is a splurge for a car you don't mind getting mangled. Human Male Challenge. If you are familiar with online challenges, then you know they can be pretty dangerous. One of the most dangerous challenges to come out of 2016 was the Human Male Challenge. This consisted of YouTubers stuffing themselves in cardboard boxes and mailing themselves to various locations. After a few people uploaded their success stories to YouTube, RiceGum wasn't buying it. He was convinced they were fake, so he decided to try the challenge out for himself. It proved to be pretty difficult. The guy is 6'3" after all, but he was able to successfully mail himself from Nevada to a random address in California. The Clout House. If you are a fan of RiceGum and his Clout gang, then you already know the house they all reside in is pretty amazing. When RiceGum finally decided to move out of his parents' home, he spared no expense. The house is worth nearly $7 million and it has 14 bedrooms, which means there is a lot of space for other social media influencers to move right in. Plus, the Clout house has 27 bathrooms. We aren't sure who would need that many restrooms in one house, but apparently RiceGum and his friends do. And to prove that he has money to burn, RiceGum didn't even purchase the house. He pays rent, which is supposedly nearly $40,000 a month. Travis Barker feud. When it comes to making friends with other celebrities and influencers, RiceGum doesn't have the best track record. That's because he's always finding himself entangled in some sort of celebrity feud. In the summer of 2016, he found himself in hot water with Blink-182's drummer, Travis Barker. Fans of RiceGum will remember his videos where he used to roast kids called "These Kids Must Be Stopped." In one of the videos, RiceGum called out Travis Barker's 10-year-old daughter for her Instagram. Of course, the drummer didn't take well to his daughter being criticized and had the video deleted. Net worth. There is something about celebrities that makes everyone want to know how much is in their bank accounts. Fans are fascinated with their luxurious lifestyles, and RiceGum's fans are no different. Have you always wondered how much this YouTuber makes? You might be surprised to learn that being a social media influencer pays pretty well. RiceGum has barely broken into his 20s, and he is already worth somewhere between $1.5 and $2 million, according to online sources. Which just goes to show how he can afford his expensive taste for luxurious fashion brands. Top 100. If you haven't heard any of RiceGum's diss tracks, you might be living under a rock. The catchy beats have landed him on the Hot 100 not once but twice. It all started with the infamous diss track feud between Jake Paul, Alyssa Violet, and RiceGum. Jake Paul dropped his diss track in the summer of 2017, and there were more than a few slams aimed at his ex, Alyssa. Of course, she isn't one to remain silent when someone is coming after her, so the YouTuber teamed up with RiceGum to drop her own diss track. And would you believe it, their record ended up ranking higher on the Hot 100 than Jake's original track. It seems to be a new trend for RiceGum, who found himself on the Hot 100 once again in fall of the same year with his Frick the Police song. Girlfriend. When it comes to his personal life, RiceGum likes to be pretty private. For years, fans speculated who his girlfriend might be, but these days, he's more open about his relationship status. If you haven't heard, RiceGum might actually have a girlfriend. In August 2017, RiceGum started dropping a few hints that he and fellow Clout gang member, Summer Rae, were in a possible relationship. Though they aren't opening up about their potential relationship, RiceGum was seen getting very handsy with Summer, which sparked all the rumors in the first place. The truth is, neither of the social media stars have confirmed their relationship, but that hasn't kept fans from speculating the two are an item. Gabbie show assault. Remember when we said that Rice doesn't have the best track record when it comes to other celebs? Well, no one knows that better than Gabbie from the popular Gabbie Show YouTube channel. It all started when both influencers were at a party. Gabbie walked over to Rice to try and start a rap battle. Apparently, Rice wanted nothing to do with it, and according to Gabbie, he assaulted her. The social media star addressed the issue on her Snapchat, crying to her fans about what happened. Sadly, because there was no evidence, it was her word against his. RiceGum denied the claims, but later came clean about breaking Gabbie's phone. He's a baller. So now that you know RiceGum is actually a pretty tall guy, it shouldn't be a surprise why his height came in handy in high school. Yes, we all know that Rice is a baller when it comes to his bank account, but did you know that he was actually a baller in high school? That's right, the 6'3" YouTube star played on his school's basketball team. We are going to go out on a limb and say he was pretty awesome, only because he seems to excel at everything else he does. So why should it be any different on the basketball court? Sadly, his skills didn't land him a career in basketball, but we are pretty sure he's fine with it. Beef with idubbbz. Is anyone else not surprised that RiceGum would be involved in yet another altercation with another YouTuber? This time, Rice found himself in hot water once again for his These Kids Must Be Stopped series. Fellow creator idubbbz, who has a series called Content Cop, didn't take too kindly to some of Rice's past antics, like throwing cash on homeless people's heads and using derogatory words to make fun of kids. Because of this, idubbbz called Rice out on his channel. This, of course, led RiceGum to do what he does best, and he dropped a diss track. After that, the verdict was out for who won the battle, and in the court of public opinion, RiceGum came out on top. 6 fingers? Fans of this YouTube star know that he isn't shy when it comes to flaunting his lavish purchases. Usually he creates videos or social media postings around them, and fans lose their minds. But when he posted a photo showing off his new pinky ring, fans lost their minds for a completely different reason. In this photo, it looked like Rice may have had 6 fingers. Just look at the picture for yourself. In the posting, the social media star claimed the lighting was making it look like he had an extra digit. We aren't sure about you, but we find it hard to believe lights could create this optical illusion. Does Rice have an extra finger, or was the picture photoshopped? We just can't tell. What do you think? Creepy fans. Being famous comes at a price, and while most fans of celebs are pretty cool, there are times they cross the line. It's reported that over 1,800 people search for RiceGum's phone number and address each month. That may not seem like a huge number, but it's still pretty creepy that fans are trying to get his personal information. Then there was the group of fans that broke into the Clout house and filmed their findings. It is never okay to break into a stranger's home, and it was obvious that things were getting out of hand when it came to Rice's fans. Thankfully, he has stepped up security and shouldn't have any more issues with overzealous fans. Did you learn anything new about this popular YouTuber? Tell us what you think, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching!